welcome to the Sam's on Wrestling Hall of Fame, where we put moments and segments and matches into the Hall of Fame. Now, what you don't realise is I literally turned to Sam and I said, interrupt me because we're not doing that as a gimmick, and he carried on doing it.
I don't realise you said interrupt. I thought you said you were going to interrupt.
No, I said to you, interrupt me doing it.
Our Hall of Fame speech has gone awfully Samuel. We didn't even bring the ties out. We didn't think this through at all. It's as if we don't really think our interests
No, it's really we just get down. What do you want to do? Hello and welcome to Sam's on Wrestling. If this is your first video to us, good grief. I apologise.
But actually, it's a correct advert for what the channel is. It's actually encapsulated us perfectly.
Improv,
yes.
Everything. What we do, this is our Hall of Fame. Going to interrupt me or no? Okay, this is our
I let you do the intro.
This is our round table. This is where we discuss random wrestling.
That's not
into a discussion-based thing. It's our round table series. I am Elder Sam, and I'm joined by the babiest of all the babies.
Hello. We started brilliantly.
Yeah, we did. What we would like to talk about today, because it's March, we're on the build, the road towards WrestleMania. Who knows where it will be? It's in New Orleans, it's Louisiana, it's in Vegas, it's in Saudi. Will it be? Will it stay? Who knows? We're going to talk about the thing that happens just before the WrestleMania thing, and sometimes goes to like 3 a.m, and the wrestlers are exhausted, and apparently they're meant to be in the main event that night. We're going to look at the Hall of Fame. We were talking about this in general, and we were going, the Hall of Fame is such a weird thing. I wanted to can we just do a very small, little brief discussion on what do we think about the Hall of Fame? Because it is such an odd thing. It's almost not real.
It's unique to WWE.
It's so fascinating.
The way it's done, yeah.
Because technically you could have Hall of Fames in acting and music, and they do. We have the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and all that. We kind of don't. And we have sort of acting ones, but we don't really have outside the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. We don't really have this kind of massive thing for a performance art or this sort of thing. And if we do, no one really cares about them.
Yeah, it's like an afterthought. Even football's started to have a Hall of Fame, but
and no one cares.
Not that reverence.
No one cares.
No.
So we thought, let's have a chat about what we think, because we've never actually sat down and gone, what do you think of the Hall of Fame?
Yeah,
We've never chat about it. So we're going to do that. But before we get into it, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Sam, what are your views on the Hall of Fame? First of all, do you think WWE should have a Hall of Fame?
Absolutely. I love the Hall of Fame. I love seeing the speeches. I remember Paul Heyman's speech.
Unless it's Beth Phoenix.
Oh yeah,
Hillbilly Jim.
Yeah, you know what? That's part of the appeal of the Hall of Fame.
What? That's Hillbilly Jim doing 45 minutes.
No, but stuff like that, you only get that kind of content.
5 minutes.
You only get that sort of nonsense content in the Hall of Fame. There's something about it where it's this isn't actually scripted. These are just old people from the 80s. They could just say whatever, and sometimes they do.
I'm a fan of Beth Phoenix, for example.
Yeah.
I like Beth Phoenix. We've power ranked her, and we were very, very positive, but she wouldn't shut up during the Hall of Fame. She brought out Tony Jimmel. You're not Edge.
No.
What are you doing?
I mean, really, I liked it. I love Edge.
But we'd already done that. When Edge went, go, what?
Yeah, no.
Shut up, man.
Agreed.
But there should be a Hall of Fame.
There actually should be a Hall of Fame. It's very unique to WWE. I really like it. A few little things I have with it. I think it could be very much improved in the way it's done. I think, and it's a bit unpopular, I sound a bit grouchy saying this, I think there's too many people in it.
And here's the flip side. This is why I thought it was interesting. Because that is mainly the consensus. The main consensus is they're running out of people and there are too many people in it. I disagree.
Okay.
I will argue that almost every single person who's been in the WWE, or even in a big WCW, even AEW and all that stuff, and they've left of any impact whatsoever. So I'm talking that they've been in the WWE for, a year, could even be as little as a year for some people, should go into the Hall of Fame. Because I have no problem with that, because here's how I look at it. You can't just put in the main eventers because, I know you're not, but there's so much depth that needs to be done. There are jobbers who have done such an incredible job. For example, Scotty 2 Hotty, I think is a Hall of Famer.
I can get behind that.
Exactly, but you see my point. No, he's such a low down on top. I am very much in the favour of almost every single wrestler to a degree going in to the Hall of Fame.
Well, then it loses its value, doesn't it?
That's the problem. This is the thing. I don't think it has any value. I don't think it's had any value.
I think it does. And again, you get the whole stuff of celebrities being put in there and stuff like that.
I like the celebrity week.
No, I like the kid, but there's certain ones.
Carey.
Yeah, but why is he in there? You know what I mean?
He had one great night where he walked in the ring.
Nearly took a choke slam. I could nearly take a choke slam.
Hall of Fame.
Exactly.
But Bob Uecker, Hall of Fame.
No, exactly. So I don't mind some stuff
Donald
being in
Trump.
there. Yeah, well, you better shame Vince's head. I take that. But so I think there's too many people in it. It devalues it a little bit for me. Even so, I don't know. It's not like a point and fingers thing, but I've seen people like Kamala and these kind of people. I'm like,
Should be in the Hall of Fame.
yeah, no, not for me.
Should be in the Hall of
I think it should be more precise. And again, you can be lower on the card, but let's say an Alicia Fox, for example, lower on the card.
Hall of Fame.
Yeah, no, I agree. That's what I'm saying.
Hang on.
May I finish the point?
This
and
is
then you can shout at
wrestling
me?
journalism that he thinks that Alicia Fox has more warrant than Kamala in the
Well,
Hall
no, I
of
was saying
Fame.
that as a random example. But you know what I mean? Like obscure people. No, I think Alicia Fox, someone who was with the company for like 10 plus years.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Would you put, say, for example, Manu?
No, obviously
No,
not.
what I mean is, as an example, you're saying it's like you think you'd be with them for a year. I don't think.
When I say
that
year, I mean
passes.
left an impact in that year is what I'm saying. A memorability to them. You remember that magic word that I made up?
Yes, yes, of course. But I think to get in the Hall of Fame, it should be a really prestigious thing. Now, I'm not saying it should be really difficult, but I think when you throw in other people, like would you put David Otunga in there, for example? I know we talk about him on the channel. Right, well, he was there for more than a year, and he left a level of impact. He was John Laurinaitis from the Nexus.
I disagree that he left an impact. I think people have forgotten about him already. And I think people remember the Nexus. The Nexus went in.
Agreed.
I would agree. So you see what I mean?
No, but
There's
I
your
agree with
difference.
you. He shouldn't be in there. But I think a year. I mean, it depends how good he is. But if he is that good, they're going to be there for longer.
I think the issue they've run into though, it's not that there are too many people in. Is I think that when they brought it back in 2004, and for the first 6 years, they put in 10 people.
That is the problem. That's
So
what I'm saying.
They ran out of people really fast who were prestigious. So I actually no problem with. If they want to put David Otunga in, crack on. I respect anyone who's put their body on the line
Agreed.
in WWE because it's a hard business, it's a hard work thing. I have actually no problem with respecting anybody. I'm happy for almost anyone. I'll put in Manu. Bugger it. Go in. But my point is I think the show needs that element of a headliner, a secondary headliner, a woman, a tag team, and maybe a lower guy. That's, I think, the perfect one. I think they've realised that a bit later on that's kind of the premise.
Well, of course, and I agree. You should respect everyone who gets in the ring. Absolutely, even if it's not for WWE. I just think
Especially
it's
Manu.
Of course,
Manu.
However, oh no. I hope you do get that reference. You mentioned there should be a lower card, mid card people. I want to bring something up that I think you'll agree with. I think we really should, and I think it's a crying shame we don't have referees and backstage people going in. There should be a separate wing. Scrap the celebrity wing for all I care. I don't mind it being there, but I think we should have a behind the scenes. I thought that's what the not the Warrior Award, wasn't there a different?
No, the Warrior Award
was it. That could have been that.
Now they're doing bloody matches now going in.
Why? You don't need a match. A match doesn't have
somebody literally on TikTok during my TikTok challenges literally went, who was the only person who's in the Hall of Fame 3 times? And I was like, nobody's in the Hall of Fame. He's like, well, Brett is. I was like, no, the Brett matches, not Brett. And that shows you where we are now. No, I actually don't. It's a UFC thing because UFC put matches in and stuff. So I actually don't mind it in the grand scheme of things.
I do.
I think it makes it quite fun. But I wouldn't have it as you come out and accept an award type thing.
Exactly. Yeah, you could just do a little thing on the thing because it takes up more time that could be used for
somebody.
Other people, especially I think Charles Robinson is a peak example, or Jim Johnson.
He's still good. Jim Johnson.
No, but you can be a Hall of Fame and still be.
I am. Well, you got to remember that there is a Dudley in there, and he's not one of the Dudley family. He's Vince's limo driver is in the Hall of Fame.
Wow.
Generally, yeah. There's Vince's limo driver is in the Hall of Fame. It's something Dudley. I've forgotten his first name.
Right.
So there you go. Sam's on wrestling knowledge. My trivia: Sam versus Sam. Which Dudley is in the Hall of Fame? There's Bubba, there's Devon, and the limo driver.
Not Spike.
Not Spike. He doesn't count.
No.
Yeah, Manu. But I'm going to keep banging that. I think everyone should go in. I really do. Pretty much, there's very few people I wouldn't constitute going in. I generally believe that because I think you should respect everyone. I remember people that go, I can't believe the Bushwhackers are going. I went, what, the Bushwhackers? That really famous tag team.
I don't mind the Bushwhackers going.
I just think that was an example because Chris Jericho got really grumpy at that when that happened. I remember you literally getting really angry.
I wouldn't get grumpy about a specific person going because I think that's harsh on them. I think.
Who's the worst who's gone in?
I mean, Donald Trump, not great.
No, celebrities don't count.
Right. Worst. I don't know because I don't know
Tory?
enough about it. Tory was questionable.
Stacey?
Yeah, it's questionable.
Like Coca Beware's, they're going, yeah!
I mean, I feel harsh picking on Coco Beware and Kamala and all them because, they're relics of the time. But I just think less is more. And I think you make it more valuable. And just because someone isn't in the Hall of Fame doesn't mean you can't respect and celebrate their work. Because this is like the next level of like, you are immortalised now.
Well, when you also start putting people in who haven't retired into the Hall of Fame.
That's a weird one.
Rey Mysterio going in.
But I don't mind it purely on the basis that they did the Dom thing.
Yeah.
And I like that. But I agree with that. I think that's a bit...
But why did Rey go in and then carried on, but they have run out? Who's left who hasn't gone in who's of significant note?
The Rock hasn't gone in yet.
Batista, The Rock.
Batista's gone in then.
No, he hasn't. He happened during COVID. He hasn't gone in officially.
Has he not officially?
No, he has not. He
okay.
didn't do the ceremonies. He didn't want to have it on Zoom.
Not fair enough, to be honest. I wouldn't either.
So Batista hasn't gone in. The Rock.
I think Cena will probably be...
It's probably already announced before we even... Who, for all we know. Bray, again, who know. We're doing this before actually any announcements bar Steph. But
is Christian in there?
No,
he's
AEW. Yeah. So this is my point. There aren't enough. So this is the problem about putting too many people in. I don't think the fact they put too many in. That's not the problem. I think they put too many in at a rush. You look at the fact that Piper didn't headline his Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Hogan did, and Piper still played second fiddle to Hogan.
I love that.
And that was the issue. You run into and stuff like that. The next thing I want to talk about is the presentation of it. I actually used to really like it.
Yes.
I really don't anymore.
I'm literally, my point is exactly the same.
I don't watch it anymore now.
Yeah. The fact that it's in the ring. I hate that it's
it wasn't in the ring the last time. But it was in the arena, but they put it on the stage now. But it used to be in the ring.
I think it was wonderful that it was a completely different type of event. It was on a proper stage in like a theatre.
And it was separate. And it wasn't on the same day as SmackDown.
No, I know.
So even if because the Hall of Fame, I could be wrong here, but they did SmackDown and then they moved to another arena for the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
They might have done it the same arena and then moved to WrestleMania because it was all in the same bloody day.
Yeah, well,
ended up in the same. Triple H's speech ended at like 1 billion hours, and people are like, "I've got to get some sleep, Hunter. Could you?" I think he clocked in at an hour and something for his speech.
What? That is too long.
That's so long.
There will never be a justification for having a speech that long.
Especially if you've already been in once.
Yeah, exactly. No, I agree with you. I really much preferred the old presentation. I think having the ring ropes around it made it look a bit cheap to me. I didn't like it.
Especially when you had your back to people.
Yeah, it felt like...
You're doing a speech. Imagine being like, I go watch the Hall of Fame and you're just seeing Brett's back the entire time as he gets rugby tackled by a fan.
But no, I agree, and I don't like the idea that it's recorded after a SmackDown. It makes it feel like a superstar's
episode. It goes on really late.
Yeah, exactly. I don't like it.
What's wrong with a Thursday?
Well, exactly. We've got a big problem with Mania weekend in general now. There's so much, it's too much, and you can't keep up with all of it. And the Hall of Fame gets missed.
Well, that's going 2 nights now, isn't it?
People are jaded. Well, you got the NXT stuff as well.
Yeah, NXT. Well, they did that. This is the thing that they had to go to. They had the Hall of Fame, and they literally people had to left the Hall of Fame because they had to go to NXT because they were in the morning of WrestleMania.
Yeah.
NXT on Saturday. Guys, no. NXT put it on the Thursday
or the weekend before,
and have it in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
No, put it in. You want it in the same area. Then the Hall of Fame. You can have them on the same day because you really could. Because you can put the Hall of Fame. The Hall of Fame doesn't have to be at the evening.
I like it being an evening thing. Though.
I agree
because it's like an evening. You know,
and then you've got SmackDown. Problem is, SmackDown's the thing that's in the way. SmackDown's the problem.
It's because I've written down a few options for what I would do with it because I think it's getting lost in the whole shuffle of all the madness, and you are at this point as a wrestling fan, you are so jaded with all the wrestling stuff. You've got 2 4-hour shows after SmackDown, then you got NXT, and a lot of the speeches get lost, and I think it's a shame that the Hall of Fame is now that a bit of. It's an oversight. It's kind of an inconvenience, and it really shouldn't be that way.
No,
I would either, and I know you said about having it in the same location. I would either have it the weekend before, so that is the big thing that weekend, and that is what's getting all the media attention because it should. This is your moment. It's Hall of Fame. This weekend should be about you.
You forgot about the logistics of that, as the fact that they then do the Hall of Fame at WrestleMania.
I think that's fine. I think just take everyone to WrestleMania.
No, I'm not saying. I'm saying that what if they're not available? People are busy. What if they can't do a whole week of waiting around and stuff like that?
They've made that part of it do really far in advance.
It has to be a part of Mania weekend. I disagree on that front. It just you have to separate it. Don't do it at 11 p.m. at night. Kick off. And
but people aren't going to want to do it in the morning either. There'll be also in the morning that there's so much production stuff that's going on. People setting up stages and stuff. And
this is why they did it. This is why they do it with SmackDown. Why not do it? This is what you do. You do it before SmackDown. Is what you do. You do it before SmackDown because then that gives it a bloody cut off.
Oh my god! Imagine cutting SmackDown.
Well, they cut off. I remember Carlito. Obviously, he'd been fired at this point, and they put in his dad, Cologne, and literally they were like, "By the way, you've got like short time." He went, "Oh, no change then. I turn up and I've got less time.
Yeah.
My time's been reduced. Yeah. No change." And they're like, "Carlito, you're putting in your dad." Just sure, man. I love the Hall of Fame. I really enjoy the speeches. I really hated it in the last few weeks. I really hated the last few years because the people who've gone in are very much like a lot of the time, or I'm not interested, or because it's the congestion of it is a real problem.
Yeah,
but you're absolutely right. It's lost its like standing as being something really important. I think that's why they put Triple H in, I think, weirdly, to try and give it some grandeur. And I don't think he kind of hit that by having an hour and 20-minute speech that everyone's like, oh, go away.
Undertaker and Paul Heyman were great. Another option.
But they put Paul Heyman on first, who was the main person going. Why? Because they assumed everyone would turn off because it was the first one after SmackDown, genuinely true.
Really?
Because Paul Heyman was the headline.
Yeah.
But they put him on first.
So that people would
watch, and that's why they put The Rock on last.
But that Hall of Fame shouldn't be about that.
I know.
It's just
you see what I mean? There shouldn't be timings.
It's not about ratings. Well, just do the Hall of Fame. It's a nice thing.
No, it wasn't about ratings. They just assumed no one would watch because they'd go to bed because it'd be 1 a.m.
Yeah, which is natural.
Which means in the UK, I remember waking up and the Hall of Fame was going. What?
It is absolute madness. The only other option that and you won't like this, but the only other option I thought of is you could actually have it at the end of the calendar year, and then it would be all about the Hall of Fame, and that'd be a bit like the Slammies are, but like much more grandeur.
I actually don't mind.
And then you could bring them to WrestleMania and show them off as well, so they could still get the Mania thing as well from the last year's Hall of Fame. Because I just think the Hall of Fame is a wonderful thing, but it's getting overshadowed so much by everything else. As a fan, I rarely ever watch Hall of Fame stuff. I watched some of the Undertakers. I watched some of Paul Heyman's, but way after that happened.
And it's just a point of that. What are they going to do next year? Are they going to fly them to Saudi to do the Hall of Fame?
I never even thought of that, Sam.
Are they going to fly all their families over and stuff like that?
Oh, it's a valid point. That's difficult as well. They'll actually choose some of their inductees carefully.
Iron Sheik. Put him in again.
Yeah.
I like the Hall of Fame. I think it's important. I think it should have reverence. I think the personal thing that I would personally do is I would give it 5 years. I would literally give it a rest. 5 years. Give it a rest. And just go, we're just going to give it a rest because we've already put in too many people. And we need to work out the logistics of it. So instead of rushing it, just give it a rest for a bit.
Yeah,
give it a rest.
It's not their mentality, is it? It's just more content. And I'm like, less is more sometimes.
Well, they've got it there. The Hall of Fame's about WrestleMania weekend. That's what we do now. And they don't take away. I think the problem with WWE, especially, is I don't think they take away. And I'm not saying take away the Hall of Fame. I'm saying they need to, out of all the things, either NXT should not be in the same week.
Yeah.
Which
don't need it.
NXT doesn't need to be in the same week. I personally disagree that it is. As much as it's fun and probably the best show of the night, usually of the week, that should be the week beforehand, maybe. So it gets, I don't know. Anything else you'd like to say on the Hall of Fame?
I don't think so, Sam. Again, I miss it being more of a ceremony type feel. But no, I don't think I have anything else to add to it. And I love the Hall of Fame. And I love our Hall of Fame.
I love our Hall of Fame. So this is what we want to talk about because our Hall of Fame is our favourite video. Because it's nostalgia, which is what the Hall of Fame should be about. And we enter a match, a moment, and a segment. So if you watch us and you've never seen it, we literally have a series. We do it every single month. Literally, and I don't care if no one watches it, I'm going to do it anyway because we adore it. So it's a favourite match that we like to do. And by the way, it could be a terrible match. It could be a Koga Beware. It could be Manu going in, a segment and a moment, and we do it every single month. So please go and check out all of our videos of our Hall of Fame. What's your view on the current status of WWE's Hall of Fame? What's your current view on what the Hall of Fame is in general? We would love to know. And please, let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Please subscribe. Closing in on 1,000. When I say closing in, we're now on the other side. If you rounded to the nearest 1,000, we are 1,000.
We are 1,000.
Not 0.
Which is good.
Yeah, it's good. You know, it's that. Yeah, it's good. So that's what we're looking for. Please also go join us on TikTok. I go live every single 2 or 3 times a week on TikTok. You challenge me at WWE Trivia. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and we will see you next time. Chicka Chicka Hall of Fame! Fame! Rugby tackle Bret Hart!